She wakes up to sunshine and birds singing soft echoes of the word joy in their songs. She smiles, thinking to herself, I'm not lonely. I'm actually happy to be alone right now. See, lonely is an illusion to thinking that you need someone else other than yourself. My sister, you've been sleeping long enough. It's time to wake up. Time to realize your self-love and step up. My sister, love yourself and know your worth. You're as precious as the fruit that spreads its seeds across the earth. Focus on your goals. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your future. Find yourself and know what it means. You see, there ain't nothing wrong with spending a little me time. You know, that time you spend on you, uplifting who you really are, and listening to your inner truth. See, we were all born to make mistakes, but in the end, only you have the power to rise above any obstacle, challenge, struggle, or tough love. My sister, love yourself and know your worth. You're as precious as the fruit that spreads its seeds across the earth. Focus on your goals. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your future. Find yourself and know what it means. My sister, love yourself. So that was a poem called My Sister Love Yourself that I wrote probably over 10 years ago. I wrote that poem just really as a reminder to myself, to, my higher self, to my lower self, to really remember who I am and what I need to focus on after being told by some guy that I wasn't going to be nothing without him or whatever. I needed this message to be reminded to love myself. And so it's so important. So I wanted to share that poem as encouragement and also just talk about this whole notion of self-love. For me, I feel like it's easy to say I love myself, but what are we doing with our actions to demonstrate that? And really, self-care is how we demonstrate our self-love. Because if you're saying I love myself, but then your actions and what you're doing, you're allowing things to not allow you to really demonstrate how you love yourself, right? Like, it's not loving to avoid saying no to something or someone that isn't serving you. It's not loving to just keep on going and keep on pushing when you know you're tired, right? Like that whole thing, like, oh, just keep pushing, be strong. And, no, sometimes you need to take a break and, and be okay with that. So it's not loving to keep going. It's not loving to overwhelm yourself with other people's needs, of you. And so, I wanted to share that and just lift that up because it's so important that we have a practice, like we're able to pull out tools to demonstrate how we love ourselves. And that's what we're going to be talking about in my workshop on October 17th. I am my sister's keeper in self-care, and which brings me to my other point. Like the other piece too is that self-love is so important, but it's also so important for us to connect. You know what I'm saying? Like, and being like-minded community with sisters. And one of the things that I ask my workshop attendees all the time, like, what made you come? What made you show up today? And oftentimes it's not just about the content. It's not just about the topic. It's about, I need to see another Black woman. I need to see a reflection of myself because, I'm isolated, right? And this is for me too. Like a lot of times we work in work environments that you might be the only Black person there or the only Black woman or a few, and that can be draining, and not being able to connect. And I know it's hard to connect in person right now, but we can still connect, visually via Zoom. And that's one of the things I really love and appreciate about the spaces that I have cultivated and created through my workshops, that we're able to come together as sisters and community and really hold space for each other. Because if we're out there being the ones who are responsible for everything, whether it be carrying the load of our jobs, carrying the load of our families, everything else just being dumped on us, at what point do you pause to get poured into? At what point do you take time to invest in yourself? So this is an opportunity. This is an invitation for you to join my next workshop on October 17th. We're going to be doing exactly that. We're going to be talking about making self-care a priority, and not just that. We're also going to be talking about what do we need in order to do that, right? Like, we can't just up and do it. Sometimes we're holding too much. Like, what do we need to let go of? What do we need to release? What do we need to reset? What new intentions we need to have? Like, what new mindset we need to have in order to step into who we really want to be and who we know we are worthy of being. And when you are worthy of loving yourself, you are worthy of demonstrating self-love, you are worthy of putting yourself first and being unapologetic about that. Because honestly, you can't really give your full self to anything if you don't have nothing to give. And in addition to that, I know a lot of the women I work with in conversations I'm in, and even myself, sometimes like the job is taking a lot of space and energy. Other things are taking a lot of space and energy away from your purpose and your calling. And sometimes your job is not your calling, right? Your calling is a whole nother thing, and it's not getting any of your attention because you're holding so much weight, and your energy is being often being scattered around in different places. And so it's important to be able to take time to pour into your cup on a daily basis. And not even just pouring into your cup. Self-care is also setting boundaries, right? Saying, no, I'm not going to take that meeting right now. No, I'm not answering that phone right now. No, I'm not finna do that thing because I'm tired, because I need to rest, and it's okay. So that you are able to do that, so that you make room to have for yourself and make room for whatever it is that you're being called to do. And so I just wanted to, lift that up and share my poem. I hope you enjoyed my poem. If you didn't hear my poem, please go back and listen to the replay once I cancel this. Once I finish the video, I would love for your reactions. If anything I'm saying is speaking to you, definitely hit the like button. Definitely make a comment. I really appreciate the engagement. So yeah, I'm just coming on to share my poem, to share some conversation around self-love and self-care, and also to invite you. If you are feeling like this resonates to you, I would love to have you at our workshop, my workshop on October 17th. I am my sister's keeper and self-care. And so I left the link in the description. Tickets are only $25 right now. It's half off. And so, do you have $25 to invest in yourself for a 2-hour workshop to be in community with sacred, like-minded sisters, and to really gain some tools as well as bring some tools, right? So it's an exchange. So I invite you, if it speaks to you, definitely lock in your spot. Hope y'all have a beautiful rest of the day. Peace, love, and light.